we've had the pleasure of interviewing you in the past as well.
Right.
And well, times have changed since then, right?
That's right.
Now you have the brand new Phantom. You have a freshened lineup coming in terms of your Cullinan. Could you just tell us where you're positioned in terms of Rolls-Royce today and into the future?
I think, as you rightly say, we have fascinating product now to come into the market. Just launched Phantom VIII, brilliant car. You and your colleagues worldwide said the best car on earth, and for that reason, lovely credentials we got for the car. And I think rightly so, because Phantom VIII is really perfection in every single detail, and it is the pinnacle of Rolls-Royce, and already sought after by many clients worldwide. So the order bank looks strong for the car, and we are starting to build first customer cars from January next year onwards. So I'm very pleased to see how that folds out. And then, as always announced, we will bring the Project Cullinan a year later after Phantom, so you can expect that we launch Project Cullinan in the middle of next year, bring it to the public, and then you will see the next great project from Rolls Royce Motor Cars.
We were on the topic of where Rolls-Royce is with usage of electric and hybrid systems, and how it integrates into Rolls-Royce's model lineup in the future.
I mean, that is important for us as well, the electrification topic, and we announced already when we launched our vision car, the 103EX, which outlined how Rolls-Royce might be seen in 25 years from now, that we will go electric, and Rolls-Royce starts to go electric in the next decade. We are probably very much driven also by regulators. Nobody knows exactly what will happen in certain cities, what will happen in certain countries worldwide, so that's the path we also enter. And I think electrification fits perfect to the brand. It's silent, it's talky, delivers more stability, and I'm pretty sure that we can also fix the range issues. Range needs to be sufficient and charging times need to be short and effortless for our customers, but I'm pretty sure that that's all can be fixed within the next decade. And don't forget, we are part of the big BMW group, and the BMW group is very experienced when it comes to electrification, and we are of course making use of that within the Rolls-Royce brand.
But as of now, when Phantom comes to market, it's not going to be looking at let's say mid-cycle options of electrification.
No, we haven't decided on that yet. Phantom VIII will launch with the lovely 12-cylinder engine, twin turbo power 12-cylinder engine, brand new development by the way, 6.75 liters, beautiful masterpiece. And I'm convinced that we don't see a black and white kind of scenario happening. Combustion engine until yesterday, and from tomorrow onwards only electrification. I think what you see is quite a transition time between combustion engines and electrification, and for that reason we are preparing ourselves to have then both on offer. And you might even see certain countries being first on electrification only, whilst others are still allowing to register combustion engines, and we are, as Rolls-Royce, probably the last ones who are offering 12-cylinder engines.
Well, that's true. Two questions on the state of the world economy and where Rolls-Royce actually sits within that. On the one hand, we are seeing across various countries your traditional clientele, the rich and the super rich, becoming even wealthier. And do you find that in terms of their expectations and the amount of money that they have, do you find that a sort of challenge for Rolls-Royce to actually now come out with new products which would cater to a segment where you have not been yet?
I mean, you are referring back to Project Cullinan, I'm assuming. The reason why we are entering in that project, and that's our SUV kind of project, is manifold. One is, of course, that customers are, particularly in the segment you are mentioning, getting younger and younger and younger, and that trend will continue to hold over the next couple of years. Yes, they are growing as well. But they are also changing their sorts of lifestyle. They are looking into something which is more casual, easy, for family, for vacation purposes, for everyday use. And I think SUV kind of cars feature perfect these requirements from customers, and that's also the reason why we are entering into that. Customers have, I don't want to say urged us, but have asked lots of questions why we aren't considering plans like that, and we are doing it now. And we took some time for good reasons, because we wanted to make sure that it is the Rolls Royce of SUVs at the end of the day, and it will be a stunning car we will deliver here next year.
On the other hand, one of your core markets, which is the Middle East, where we are currently, has its own set of challenges in terms of where the economy has moved. And, are you finding that to be a problem for?
I mean, that is, I would even call it normal business to an extent in the luxury goods business, because you always see some countries going up and others going down. And as we are well balanced all over the world, yes, we see currently a damped consumer sentiment here in the Middle East for various reasons. Oil price, economy, you just mentioned that, is down, and then the time is probably not right for some customers to make a decision now for a new Rolls Royce. But we are still quite stable here in the region, which is very encouraging, and I'm anyhow a true believer that this is one of the most powerful regions in the world, and we will see the Middle East coming back strongly over the next couple of years, that's for sure.
Coming back to the mainstay of your current lineup, the trio of the Ghost, the Wraith and the Dawn, where is their positioning over the next couple of years in terms of they're still very much at the peak of their model range, so are there going to be any changes within that in terms of?
No, I mean all three cars you were mentioning are very stable in their life cycles. We have just launched now Dawn Black Badge here, also in the Middle East. That's the last car to now fill the trilogy of Black Badge offers, Wraith, Ghost and Dawn. That car will definitely make his market here also in the Middle Eastern region, and for that reason we are continuously updating our cars. And don't forget, we have a Bespoke program which allows a customer to really do everything he wants with our cars, to spec it up to his own desires, his own wishes, and that is for us a fundamental important part of the business.
I know the question may seem a little out of place, but other luxury brands have been moving into things like yachts, for instance.
No, we don't have plans doing that. We truly focus on our core business, and that is automotive, that is luxury, high-end luxury cars. I'm a true believer that resources are better invested, for instance, in areas like Bespoke or engineering new projects than to put it on yachting. I mean, that is for me more or less, even I would call it a kind of a PR gag, but nothing what I would consider to be serious business in a way of that this in any way helps to boost your own business profit lines. Okay. And I also think Rolls-Royce doesn't need to broaden its brand appeal. It's well understood that Rolls-Royce is the pinnacle of luxury, and we don't need to prove that every day by designing yachts or whatever. That is not our case.
Yeah. Any moves into new markets in the world?
I mean, we are now placed worldwide in all relevant markets worldwide. Yes, some white spots still here a bit, there a bit, but no major markets where we would say we are still not in and we need to tap into. So I think we are well placed.
And finally, what's your outlook for 2018 in terms of not just Rolls-Royce, but do you see, for instance, we could all wish for a more peaceful world, but of the economy and where Rolls-Royce would be placed in that?
I mean, we will probably still see parts of the world also in 2018 being a bit in unrest. That will continue, and I would call that the new normal, that you see the world massively more volatile country by country by country. And for that reason that will continue. But I think we as Rolls-Royce, we are well set. We are bringing Phantom VIII onto stream. First customer deliveries take part in or will happen in January 2018. And then of course later in the year first Cullinans will arrive in the market, and all that should give us good ammunition and very interesting product for a successful year in 2018 for Rolls Royce Motor Cars.
Great. Thank you very much. It's
Thank
been
you.
a pleasure as always.
Thank you. Pleasure's on my side. Thanks.
Thank you.